It's time for another Out and About with Jamie Grout, and this is a best of Out and About with Jamie Grout with my buddy Austin Jones from Grinnell State Bank. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary at Grinnell State Bank, and you might want to disregard their open house that we talk about. It was held earlier, and many of the things that Austin has to say, though, are still very relevant about their past and their future, and of course their current operations at Grinnell State Bank. And I'm very proud to know Austin and the Jones family. We go back to when Austin and some of his counterparts at Grinnell State Bank did the markets on Energy 106.7. And last year I did a podcast with Austin about his Ironman feats that he does. And it was a great podcast that I did with Austin. Those people know everything there is to know about banking and investment services. And if you're looking at for a good place to entrust your money, look to Grinnell State Bank. And on their Facebook page, they say they're pleased to announce the promotion of Jeremy Proven to Senior Vice President and Market President. In his new role, Jeremy is overseeing the market operations, business development, and community engagement in Marengo and the surrounding communities. So if you live in the Marengo area, stop on by and say hi to Jeremy Proven. And again, our podcast is with Austin Jones of Grinnell State Bank. Austin and the Jones family have run the Grinnell State Bank for a number of years, and I think you're going to find it very interesting to find out what Austin has to say about Grinnell State Bank celebrating 100 years of great community service. And also B. Nicole Salon. Brandy, would love to have you come on in because tomorrow is Zombie Day. Zombie alert from B. Nicole Salon. The undead are out and they're headed straight for B. Nicole Salon. Tomorrow, October 30th, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., the streets will be crawling with little trick-or-treaters. Stop in, check out the spooky chic salon, and grab some candy while you're there. Come on in to see the zombies, the glam, and maybe even get some hair-raising inspo for Halloween. B. Nicole Salon, downtown Grinnell. Tomorrow, October 30th, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Don't be scared. They'll make you drop dead gorgeous at B. Nicole Salon. It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout, and with me is Austin Jones. And we're excited because Grinnell State Bank celebrating 100 years of service. And Austin, I am really thrilled to be here, and thank you so much to Grinnell State Bank for supporting Out and About with Jamie Grout, trying to cover the people and the issues and all the topics with things going on in Grinnell. And you've done it for a year, and you guys have re-upped for another year, and you're a big community supporter. And we want to talk about 100 years of service for Grinnell State Bank and how you guys have been supporting the community. Can you give me a brief history of the bank?
Sure. And before I do that, I say thanks, Jamie. It's been great supporting you. I've listened to most every one of your podcasts, and the stuff that covered in Grinnell is really, really great and important that we have that. You're doing that for us in our community. So thanks so much. A brief history of 100 years, that's a challenge, and especially for a Jones, as a lot of people know, we like to talk. But the bank, it was formed in 1925 by a group of investors that took over. There was a failed bank. The Grinnell Savings Bank was a bank that failed in the 20s. There was kind of an ag crisis in the early 20s, and there were a lot of banks that closed down. Actually, my grandfather worked for the organization that closed down banks, and he was in Tama and actually reorganized and started the Tama State Bank about the same time that Grinnell State Bank got started. So that I tell that because that story kind of continues on, because in 1954, my grandfather had retired from the Tama State Bank and had sold his interest and moved to Grinnell in the mid 40s, 1940s, with my father and his two sisters, and they moved back here and bought a farm on the east side of Grinnell. And he always wanted to be a banker, and the opportunity rose in 1954. My grandfather was about 72 years old when he did that, bought the Grinnell State Bank, and my father came back and worked at that time and started banking in 1954. And my father then passed away in 2021 and was pretty much the bank president the whole time, was in the bank for almost 65, 66 years. My brother, myself, have been in the bank since the 80s. I'm in my 45th year this year. And then my brothers have two boys. Rusty Jones, Fitzpatrick Addison is the president and CEO currently of Grinnell State Bank. I'm the chairman of the board and the chief financial officer. Then Tony Jones, my nephew, Rusty's brother, is involved with our bank in the Des Moines market, in the Johnston and Polk City offices. We also own now a bank in Colorado, and he's kind of intimately involved with that one too. Wow. So, but then my daughter, Kelsey, is our marketing director, and she manages and helps assist the Marengo office. And then my other daughter, Allison Jones, she's the head of HR and is here in Grinnell. So the bank has been serving the community for over 100 years, and our family's been in it for about 75 of those.
How neat, family-run operation. Now, Austin, what does reaching 100 years of service mean to you and the bank?
Well, it means it's a dedication. We've been focused since my family has taken it over. We really care about our community, and this 100 years, we've seen so many changes in banking. You go back and look at the way the systems were run with ledger cards, and now we have internet banking and mobile banking and telephone banking, and it's just incredible the raft of changes that have occurred over the last 100 years, and we're set to continue those changes. So reaching 100 shows that our community believes in us. We don't treat our customers like customers. We treat them like our family. We're a family bank. I've got my nephews and my daughters and my brother. My dad was here. And we try to treat our customers as though they're our family as well.
What do you think has allowed the bank to remain so strong and successful for a whole century, Austin?
Well, it's really dedication to the community. We have a great staff that knows how to take care of our clients. As a banker, we have to be able to get income and make loans, and we've been able to garner great customers and foster good growth in our community. When you look at Iowa and you see a lot of communities, you'll see vibrant and active communities, and Grinnell is one of those. And I really strongly believe that it's because of the banking system. You know, we have a competitive banking system here in Grinnell. We've got lots of choices, but we've been here through it all, through thick and thin, and we're strong, and it's because we care and we take care of our clients, and it's what really has made us strong for the year, for over the 100 years.
Well, I know you guys are always forward thinking too, so I guess my next question would be, how is the bank preparing to serve the next generation of customers?
Well, we're right in the middle of that right now with our internet banking solution that we have, mobile banking. You can do everything that you need right from your phone. Artificial intelligence is the next level that's coming up, and we're exploring things like that on how we can get more efficient by using that artificial intelligence and to make better products and better services and use our customers' time in a much more efficient and better way. And, you know, we're really focused on making our mobile banking solution another branch and are making sure it's got the features and functions that everyone needs and wants to use.
So, okay, if you could picture in your mind the founders of the bank, if they could see the bank today, what do you think they would be the most proud of, Austin?
Well, I think I think they're sitting in their graves, probably spinning at the amount of changes that have been occurred from 1925 to 1975. The federal government pretty much regulated the banking industry, and then in the 70s they kind of released, and the amount of services that we offer, from internet banking and wealth management services, insurance, trust. You know, it's just so much more than what they ever thought about. They basically just would offer checking accounts and savings accounts, CDs, and residential loans. But you know, we're still offering everything like that. But the method that you get things done is completely different now than what it would have been. And the next 100 years, I can only imagine how much different it's going to be moving forward.
So, what does being part of a 100-year legacy mean to you personally?
To me personally, it's a very touching thing. To be part of something that's grown like this being part of a family operation that's into our fifth generation. I did fail to say that I'm the third generation. I've got the fourth generation, my nephews and my daughters, and now we're having some of our fifth generation coming in. Rusty's son has come and been a teller and is working here. He's off at college. And Tony has a couple kids. There's Carson Jones is in our Johnston office, and he's a loan officer there. So we're into the fifth generation. It just personally means a lot that we've got the family and the friendships that I've made, the customers that we've made. My best friends are a lot of our customers, and it's just very touching on how we've been able to make all those businesses grow and be successful.
Austin, I'm about ready to ask you to adopt me. But I won't.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, if you could describe the bank's 100-year story in just 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, in just 3 words. I'm a man of few words. So that one's commitment, quality, and continuance is probably that we're committed to the growth and the continuing the culture and the values that the bank has provided, and we're looking to the future.
And how has being family owned shaped the bank's values and culture?
Well, like I said earlier, we treat our customers as much as family as we can. You might have that aunt or uncle that would kick you in the behind to get you on the straight and narrow, or even a parent. And sometimes we have to do that, but then we also can advise and help. And working with my dad and my grandfather, I sat around and listened to him speak. My grandfather passed in 1976. So I was a young man, just a preteen at that time, but I can remember the stories that he shared of making sure you listen to your clients, you think about what needs to be done, and then you work on getting it done. So it's caring and doing the best for your client.
So what lessons, as we get ready to wrap up, Austin, from earlier generations still influence the bank's operations today?
It's our strategic plan says to offer the products and services that we want to our customers profitably. That is what's been ingrained into me from my father, my grandfather, my brother, and it's that this operation, we've got to do what's right. We've got to build products that are good for the clients, but good for the bank too. We offer a very fair pricing, and we want to be here for you today and in the future.
And you're having a celebration in October for this 100-year celebration, aren't you, Austin?
Yeah, in October and September we had a celebration in our Marengo branch a couple weeks ago. We're having one on October 3rd in Grinnell. Then we're also having one in Johnston and Polk City in our branches there. So people are more than welcome to come out and participate. And we want to thank everyone for being the customers. In Grinnell, we bought a whole hog and had it barbecued or made into pulled pork sandwiches, and we'll be offering those out from 11 to 4 on that day. So stop by the bank. We want to thank you for being our customer. And if you're not our customer, we want to say thank you and give you a chance to know why we want you, and you need to be with us.
Well, congratulations to you and the Jones family on 100 years of service. So much to be proud of, Austin.
Thanks, Jamie. It's always a pleasure talking with you.
Austin Jones of Grinnell State Bank, 100 years of service. Until next time, out is out. See ya.